Lesson 13, Comparative and Superlative, Adjectives and Adverbs. When you write, you can use adjectives and adverbs to tell how things are alike or different. An adjective is a word that tells something about a noun. An adjective with ER can be used to compare two people, places, or things. And an adjective with EST can be used to compare three or more. An adverb is a word that tells something about a verb. The adverbs in this lesson end with ly and tell how or in what way an action is done. The word more is used to compare two actions, and the word most is used to compare three or more actions. Add ER to most adjectives to compare two people, places, or things. Add EST to compare three or more people, places, or things. So if you look in the middle, you have cold plus ER makes colder. The lake is colder than the pond. As you can see, they're comparing the lake and the pond, which is two places. But then they have cold plus EST is coldest. Of all bodies of water, the ocean is the coldest place to swim. So it's being compared to three or more places. Use more with adverbs that end in ly to compare two actions. Use most to compare three or more actions. So more gracefully, Emma swims more gracefully than Madison. So only two are being compared. Most gracefully, Anne swims the most gracefully of all the girls. So now there's a comparison of three or more actions. So let's look at our guided practice. Read each sentence, circle the correct word or words to complete it. Hint, never use more or most together with adjectives that end in ER or EST. So, for example, you have fuller or fullest, which is correct. But if you say more fuller, that is not correct. Or most fullest is not correct. So looking at number 1, the adult's pool is blank than the children's pool. So would it be deepest, meaning there's three or more? No, because there's the adult pool and the children's pool, which is two being compared. So deeper would be the right choice since ER compares two. Looking at number 2, my little brother swims blank than I do. So would it be slowly, more slowly, or slowest? Well, if you have an adverb with more, it's comparing two actions. So since slowly has ly at the end, we're going to choose more slowly as our choice. My little brother swims more slowly than I do. Number 3, the morning is the blank time of all at the pool. Most calmest, well, I know that one's wrong because over here it says do not use more or most with words that end in ER or EST. So I'm going to go ahead and eliminate that. The morning is the more calm or calmest time of all at the pool. The correct word is calmest because it's being compared to more places. So if you look up here at the top, EST to compare three or more people, places, or things. all the pool. Time of all at the pool. Number 4. The lifeguard blows her whistle, the blank of all the guards. Well, more, louder would be wrong because you're not supposed to use more with the ER word. Most loudly, that means it would have to be comparing 3 or more actions. I think so. The lifeguard is being compared to all of the guards. I think that's the correct choice. Most loudly. Now let's look at your independent practice. For numbers 1 through 5, choose the correct word or words to complete each sentence. So looking at number 1, Nikki built the blank sandcastle on the beach. Nikki built the tall sandcastle on the beach, most tallest sandcastle on the beach, more tall castle on the beach, or tallest castle on the beach. D is the correct choice. Remember, we don't use more or most with EST, so we can eliminate B. Number 2, I saw a seahorse that was blank than my fingernail. That was most small. Oh, that don't even sound right. More, smaller. We know we're not supposed to use more with the ER or EST. Smaller than my fingernail or smallest than my fingernail. The correct answer choice would be C. I saw a seahorse that was smaller than my fingernail. Number 3, Dan put on his snorkel Dan put on his snorkel blank than his little brother did. Most carefully, more carefully, careful, or carefully. Well, carefully is ending in ly. So Dan is being compared to his brother, and we know that we use more when we're comparing two actions. So the answer choice would be B, more carefully. Number 4, Paris was the blank swimmer of all of us. So I see that all of us. So that's more than one. And we know we don't use more or most when we see ER or EST at the end of our words. So that leaves us with answer choice A or B. And we know ER is when you're comparing two, and EST is when you're comparing more than two. So since it is all of us, the answer choice would be B. Perry was the strongest swimmer of all of us. Number 5, Max held the little crab, the blank of all the children. Most gently, gentle, more gently, or gently. Let's see. Max held the little crab the most gently of all the children. So we know all the children is more than one comparison. So that would either give us EST or most. Well, I don't see EST, so that means my answer choice is A, most gently.